Well, I think the first step is to dismiss 90% of the people who are not intended to watch the video. The first 5 seconds, somebody's going to decide if they're going to watch your video or not. You really have to design the video for the viewer, not for yourself. That's the first lesson. Tell them who the video is for and who it's not for. For example, let's say if you're going to save somebody time, then you would say in the first 5 seconds, if you want to save time doing this, then this video is for you. A lot of people make the mistake of starting out their video with talking about themselves and who they are and what they're going to say. But that's really when they're making a video for themselves and not for the viewers.
Welcome to the Feria Techcast. We'll bring you all things science, engineering, technology, and innovation. Today we are joined by Anthony Pritchard, a digital marketing expert and video production specialist who is revolutionizing how small businesses approach online growth and customer acquisition, with a sharp focus on bridging the gap between traditional sales and modern digital strategies. Anthony empowers entrepreneurs to leverage simple, effective video marketing to generate warm leads, improve user experience, and dominate search results. His practical, no-fluff approach helps business owners become their own multimedia outlets, turning short educational videos into powerful tools for communication and conversation. So, Anthony, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me on, Ezekiel. It's nice of you to invite me to your show.
All right, so let's start at the beginning. You help small businesses revolutionize their marketing with videos. Tell us, why is this so powerful for explaining complex, or let's say in this case, as it relates to our audience, technical products?
Yeah, just imagine being able to be in everybody's pocket, on the smartphone. And all it takes is a few minutes to upload a video to YouTube, and now everybody can find you for your most valuable keyword. And people are solving their daily problems using Google and YouTube, and they're looking for videos in front of blog articles or even photographs. They're really looking for that personal touch of a video. And businesses who are not using video are really standing in the back of the line when it comes to getting found, because people have spoken and they prefer to experience you, if they don't know who you are or what you do, on video.
Amazing. So, many tech founders build amazing products, but some often struggle to explain them simply. So tell us, what's your best advice for creating a short, say, 1 minute video that clearly demonstrates what they have built?
Well, I think the first step is to dismiss 90% of the people who are not intended to watch the video. So the first 5 seconds, somebody's going to decide if they're going to watch your video or not. So you really have to design the video for the viewer, not for yourself. That's the first lesson. So tell them who the video is for and who it's not for. So for example, let's say if you're going to save somebody time, then you would say in the first 5 seconds, if you want to save time doing this, then this video is for you. And then you would easily help build trust with both people who the video was meant for and who it was not meant for, because for those people, you would save them time of not even needing to watch your video, and maybe even being more open in the future to watching your video if it is about them. So that's the first step. The first 5 seconds is critical. Next is your brand placement. Right. So the second piece of the video is the brand placement. I recommend putting your logo, or maybe, your face as also part of your brand, directly after the hook. Then I believe the best way to design this video with the viewer in mind is to talk about the pain. Who likes wasting time doing useless, mindless things when you could be more productive. Don't waste your time sitting in traffic. Instead, listen to a book on tape, maybe. Whatever the video is going to be about. You want to point out the pain. That comes third. And fourth, you're going to be able to introduce yourself, who you are and what you do so uniquely. And a lot of people make the mistake of starting out their video with talking about themselves and who they are and what they're going to say. But that's really when they're making a video for themselves and not for the viewer. So be careful. Wait to introduce yourself until after you've posed the problem that you're going to help them with. And then finally, the call to action, a low cost or a no risk engagement or invitation to engage with you further. So I think that's really the formula that I've perfected over the last 10 years for making a short educational video.
That is really insightful, Anthony. So tell us what's the biggest mistake you see startups making with their websites that instantly turns potential customers away?
I think they use the set it and forget it mindset with the website. And when somebody uses the website, they can tell if it's not performing well, like if it's very sluggish, or if it's outdated, maybe it's using an old theme, or it doesn't offer any free value. These days, I think most service companies or coaches or trainers or even product companies have a freemium offer, and that's fun. Anybody can come up with a free offer, and I think today people are expecting it. So a website without video is also standing in the back of the line without some way of engaging the viewers at a higher level. I think they feel like their experience is not optimized on your website.
Wonderful. So talking about warm, qualified leads showing up on your inbox, let's use the example of a new tech product. What does that process actually look like from the first video to a lead contacting them?
Yeah, great question, Ezekiel. The thing that most business owners want to optimize is the number of warm qualified leads in their inbox. And if you don't have people booking you to talk to you about buying your product or service, I think we can all agree that's the thing that's missing that we would all like to have. So we have to design this sales funnel from the very first time that a viewer experiences us to the time where they feel compelled to act or to take action. And that first impression is very important. And I think the best way to make a first impression is with a video, and that most people would prefer to be introduced with a video because video is very truth-telling. It's actually harder than you would think to lie on video. It's very transparent. It can show body language. And when somebody is able to view a person talking on video, they can make a pretty good decision. Is that somebody I think I can work with or not? So if you want more warm, qualified leads in your inbox, you really have to put yourself out there and go first and introduce yourself with an introductory video. And if you happen to make a good connection there, you're not going to connect with everybody. But if you do make a good connection, you can invite that viewer to engage with you deeply with this freemium offer. And so that would be the third step of the sales funnel. First step was they typed a keyword into Google. The second step was they watched a short educational video. The third step was they clicked onto a page on your website. And this would be where you would give them that freemium offer in return for their email. And now that you've exchanged contact information, you can start to talk back and forth, whether it be through email, through text message, through a phone call, or maybe even a video appointment, like on Riverside or on Zoom.
Interesting. So, some technical people may feel awkward on camera. So, what's your number one tip for someone who hates being on video but actually knows that they need to use it to, for their business?
Sure. There are more and more specialty video creation tools that are coming out that allow you to select, your robot spokesperson. So enough of these talented actors and actresses had submitted their videos, and one of the tools I'll tell you that I use is called Creatify.ai. And if you just submit your website and select your spokesperson, it will come up with these videos for you. So you don't have to be on camera, which is kind of like a new easy button that we never had until now.
Oh, wow, that's really insightful, Anthony. So let's talk about AI agents in marketing. So can you explain what that is in simple terms and how a small tech business can actually use it?
Yeah, the most widely used AI or automated marketing tool that we have in my industry is called Go High Level or High Level. It's the most widely accepted CRM. It's a CMS, a customer management system, and it comes with your AI bots. So you basically train the bot on what you want it to say, how you want it to answer questions, and then you can put it on your website. It can answer your phone calls, and then you can go in and review the conversation that it had with your customers, and you can tell it to answer a different way if you didn't like the way that it answered, or you can feed it with more information so that it's giving better answers. And I think this is definitely the future of all business experiences, is giving people the right answers to their questions is the most important thing. So even the user expects at some level that they're going to get a better price if a company is using artificial intelligence as a part of its communication process. I think the person also expects that if it wants to get through to a human, that it's going to be able to. But for most of the affordable services and products, these companies use sophisticated tools that help them save money. And for that, one of them, important one being an AI bot or an AI voice agent.
Fantastic, fantastic. So, I know you mentioned one a while ago, but I'd like to ask, what are some new tools or apps that has made creating professional looking videos much easier and more accessible for non-experts?
Yeah, I really look for the easy button, as you can tell. And there's so many video tools that come out all the time for helping you create these short educational videos. And I would say start with the biggest ones first. Instagram was a big pioneer in this space. TikTok is pioneering currently. And the platforms like LinkedIn and Facebook still have very powerful business video tools for business. And if I could give you the best easy button, it would be to do what you're doing now, Ezekiel, is to do a podcast and plug it into the tool called Opus.pro. Opus Pro takes a long form video like this one, and it spits out, 24 short educational videos that you can use to syndicate all over the internet.
Businesses should avoid.
Businesses should avoid falling into the trap of registering for voice search. I get 2 or 3 calls a day with people who are trying to sell me voice search registration, which is completely free. And if you were to pay somebody else to do it for you, they'll probably get it wrong and make your situation worse. So don't fall into the trap of being gullible and thinking that you need to register your business on voice search, because voice search is simply a reflection of your Google business listings on the platforms like Google Business Profile, Yelp, City Search, Super Pages, all the thousands of online directories now where you can list your business. That's the information that voice search is using to deliver its answers. So as long as your business is listed there, you're all good to go on voice search.
Oh, well, that's insightful. So, say for a developer with zero marketing budget, what is the first, most effective step they should take to start attracting customers?
Well, event marketing, in my opinion, is the best free form of online marketing because all of the platforms have event marketing venue or sections. People love to do things, and there's so many types of people that no matter what you do, you can create an event around your service or your business. So I recommend using all the free tools like Google Business Profile, Facebook events, LinkedIn events. Eventbrite is another one that you can leverage. And, there's also event boards and local radio stations that'll promote your event for you, business chambers of commerce, local business administrations. So if you have zero budget, the best way to get started is with an event.
Great. So, you keep pouring insights upon insights here. So, I'll give you a scenario, Anthony, and tell me if it's actually possible and how it can be possible. So, uh, I'd like to ask, how can great technical products use a video to dramatically improve their user experience? Firstly, is it possible to use videos to improve user experience for, say, tech products? And if it is, then how?
Sure. Well, by nature, a tech product is a little bit more complex. So, a video on how it's used, on what it's used for. And these should not be the same videos. These should be separate 2 to 4 minute videos. A video maybe on how you came up with the product or why you decided the product was needing to be invented. Maybe a testimonial video on somebody who purchased the product and how they received benefit from it. Certainly will be most of your most valuable content. It's been said that a written online review is worth $250, while a video testimonial could be worth up to $5,000.
Wow, wow, that is indeed insightful. So, if you could give only one piece of advice to a tech founder about marketing their business online, tell us, Anthony, what would it be?
Well, I would leverage AI helping me to write the script, and then I would invest in video rehearsal that never gets published. So, in order to be a decent spokesperson, you have to be able to speak on camera. And I know this is a common fear that everyone has. I didn't wake up yesterday and decide that I wanted to be good on video, snapped in my fingers, and was imbued with all the skill and talent and technique that it takes. People who are good on camera do mental preparation and physical preparation. So think about sportscasters, news reporters, church ministers, head coaches, and CEOs. They all give important public presentations, but they don't just wing it. They've been rehearsing and practicing and recording themselves on video and then watching their recordings so they can improve their posture and body language and tone and volume and delivery and pace of their talk. So this isn't going to happen overnight, but if you know that video is important for your success, then I would say, Ezekiel, sit in front of the bathroom mirror and do the same line, 2 sentences, 20 times in a row until you're comfortable or happy with the video that you've recorded.
That's quite a great actionable piece of advice. So, looking at the future, how do you see video marketing evolving for technology products in the next few years?
Yeah, it's been slow to adopt, but the virtual tours, the 360 cameras, this is allowing us to, step inside of a showroom from any corner of the world. And, what you do every day is kind of boring to you. But to the outside world who's considering all of their options out there, this is the information they need in order to make a good decision. So you've got to invite them behind the curtain, show them behind the scenes, show them how the sausage is made and why it costs what it costs. Because until they know that you're putting in effort, energy, time, and talent, they don't really know the value of what they're buying. So connect to the people and connect to the product or the service with a video so that they can make a decision if indeed they do feel like working with you is going to be in their best interest.
Fantastic. So, Anthony, part of the theme of this podcast is centered around innovation. So, for that particular reason, there is a common question that I like to ask every guest that I interview here on this podcast. So, tell us, what does innovation mean to you personally, and how does it relate to your field in the context of marketing and communications?
Yeah, innovation to me is kind of like technology. The definition I use for technology is anything that makes your life, it gives you a higher quality of life or makes your life easier. And innovation is what is the result of a need, a problem being solved. I invented actually a couple things myself. I don't know why, but I have them right here. A couple patents for some products that I invented, and it was born out of necessity. So innovation is about change, and change is the only constant.
Really amazing. I'm not sure if I actually knew before now that you were an inventor. That's pretty great. Do you mind talking about what you invented?
Yeah, sure. Well, I was an early pioneer in video marketing, and one of my first inventions was a mobile studio stick. I don't know if I have one around here, but it was like, here, it's kind of, this is not what I invented, but it was kind of like this. You could hold it in your hand and walk around with it and make videos. And so, this is what the drawing looks like on the patent. It would clip to any table, desk, or chair, and it would collapse to a very small size. So I called it the most fully complete, most affordable, fully complete mobile video production studio that can help anyone to make a great video, all on its own. So it was meant for the smartphone. And I learned through this invention process that my weakness is manufacturing, because I could sell these things. Actually, sold 400 of them, but my bottleneck was assembling. I just I couldn't assemble and sell and. So I decided, to not pursue or focus on that part of my business as much. But it was born out of necessity and innovation. And back then there wasn't very many solutions for carrying, your phone to make decent videos of what you're doing, while you're at work. So that was my invention, and I learned a lot from doing it. I would think it was a helpful part of being an entrepreneur, is to learn and to make mistakes and to go first and go forward and to be brave.
Wow, that's fantastic. So, meanwhile, your product is, of course, you said you did not later choose to focus on that part of your business too much, but
Yeah.
is it still on sale or in the market?
Yeah, let me take a look. Oh yeah, it is. If you go to mobilestudiosstick.com, you can see the original website that I built for this product. And you can see testimonials, and you can see different packages of the product that I've put together for corporate teams or small businesses.
Amazing. So, finally, Anthony, for our listeners who want to learn more about using video to grow their business, like maybe their tech business, where is the best place for them to find you and your resources?
Yeah, go to my website, anthonypritchard.com. You can book a call with me to just talk about your website or your video idea. And I'm happy to help you create more warm, qualified leads in your inbox.
Wonderful, wonderful, Anthony. It's been a really great conversation with you, and I am excited to have you on the show today.
Thanks. Glad to be here. I hope I've inspired some other um, entrepreneurs out there to take the leap and take the risk. It's so rewarding to help people with technology issues because, business owners don't have time for all of the advancing technology that's happening in the world, and they need specialists like you and I to help serve it to them on a platter so that they can utilize it and leverage it in their operations.
Great. I'm pretty sure the listeners would get as much value as I have gotten from this conversation when they listen to the recording. It's been an honor talking to you, Anthony.
Mm-hmm. Same here.